Welcome to a mind-bending journey into the cosmos. Today, we're talking about something that's all around us, yet we can't see it or touch it. We're talking about dark matter. And spoiler alert, we'll explain how you might help studies of this weird stuff by pushing back against large budget cuts proposed recently. Now, you might be thinking, if we can't see it, how do we know it's there? Well, that's where the work of brilliant astronomers and some of our best telescopes comes in. Imagine the universe as an epic play, with galaxies, stars, and planets putting on a spectacular show. But most of the cosmic actors aren't even on stage. That's the role of dark matter. It sounds like science fiction, but this invisible stuff makes up over 80% of the total mass of the universe. It acts like a hidden puppet master, pulling the strings and guiding the movements of things we can see. It's the reason galaxies spin so quickly, and why giant clusters of galaxies stay glued together. In the famous Bullet Cluster, astronomers found that the light from background galaxies is warped by the gravity of invisible matter, which was wrenched apart from normal matter by a galaxy cluster collision. This result gives direct proof of dark matter's existence. But despite studying it for decades, scientists only have educated guesses about what this stuff, this dark matter, actually is. This is one of the biggest mysteries in science. Keep watching to hear how you can help astronomers tackle it. A major goal of a NASA telescope in advanced development, the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, will be to study dark matter. The telescope is named after Nancy Grace Roman, a brilliant American astronomer who played a key role in making the Hubble Space Telescope a reality. Roman is almost fully assembled and ready to launch on schedule in less than 2 years, but a huge cut of about 50% recently proposed by the White House for Roman may cause it to be significantly delayed. Much wider cuts are proposed for NASA science. These graphs from the Planetary Society show that all of the science divisions in NASA are deeply affected, with the 66% cut to the astrophysics division being the worst. Some of our most iconic eyes on the universe are targeted, including the Hubble Space Telescope, Chandra X-ray Observatory, and Fermi Space Telescope. All are currently studying dark matter and doing other amazing science. A cut is proposed for Hubble and shutdown of Chandra and Fermi. Many other telescopes are due to be severely cut or shut off. As the Planetary Society has said recently, the White House has proposed the largest single-year cut to NASA and NASA science in history. A 47% cut to NASA science is an extinction-level event for space science, appending decades of work and tens of billions in taxpayers' investment. Even the James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's crowning achievement in space science, is facing cuts. This incredible telescope was launched only 3.5 years ago and has been a non-stop discovery machine, unveiling galaxies and black holes at mind-boggling distances, probing exoplanet atmospheres, and yes, studying dark matter. Yet, after triumphing over more than 300 potential points of failure through launch and commissioning, this telescope now faces budget cuts that could seriously hurt its productivity. The future of an even bigger scientific quest also hangs in the balance, concerning some of humanity's most profound and thrilling questions. Are we alone in the cosmos? Is there life beyond the Earth? Exciting missions in development here are Mars Sample Return and the Habitable Worlds Observatory. In the proposed budget, the first of these is canceled and the other is severely cut. NASA isn't the only federal agency in the U.S. that funds astronomy. The National Science Foundation plays a huge role by funding telescopes on the ground. For studies of dark matter, an outstanding example is the Vera Rubin Observatory, named after the legendary astronomer who did groundbreaking work on dark matter. The budget proposes an increase in funding for Rubin, but at a level well below the expected amount as it begins operations this year. NSF also funds 2 remarkably successful observatories, the Advanced Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory and the Event Horizon Telescope. LIGO scientists received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2017 for the astounding detection of gravitational waves, which opened up a whole new field of astrophysics. A Nobel Prize for the EHT's first images of black holes may come any year. However, a large funding cut proposed for LIGO would cause one of the observatories to be shut down, and there is a funding cut for at least one telescope in the EHT array. This is just the tip of the iceberg for damaging cuts to NSF astronomy. These large budget cuts to NASA and NSF wouldn't just cause a direct and catastrophic loss of science. Many scientists might be forced to leave the US if the budget occurs as planned. Europe and Canada, for example, are openly trying to recruit US scientists. It may take a generation to recover from such a brain drain. We'll make another, more subtle point about damage to astronomy from the proposed budget. Astronomers often combine data from different telescopes, which see different types of radiation and see different sized areas of the sky, and so on. Studies of the Bullet cluster are a great example of this. This cluster was discovered with X-ray and optical telescopes in the 1990s. A seminal study in 2006 used data from Hubble and Chandra in space, along with optical data from the Magellan 6.5 meter and the ESO 2.2 meter telescopes on the ground. Almost 2 decades later, JWST is now being used to study the nature of dark matter in this cluster. So, although Hubble and JWST are magnificent telescopes, their science under continued funding won't be as strong without having nearly as many telescope partners. For one short video, that's a lot of bad news about astronomy in the US. Please enjoy a cosmic moment of zen with a gorgeous image from JWST and Hubble of the Galaxy Cluster MAX 0416, promoted as the most colorful view of the universe. The light from background galaxies is warped by matter in the cluster, which is mostly dark matter. Such images aren't just scientific treasure chests, but they also remind us of the spectacular beauty of the universe. We'd like to keep being positive and think about how we can support astronomy research in the US. Make no mistake, this proposed budget is a cataclysmic threat to US astronomy. Yet, within this crisis is an opportunity for our collective voices to make a big difference by steering the scientific course of 2 crucial agencies. The budget by the White House is a proposal, and Congress has the power of the purse. You can help right now by advocating to them. For helping NASA, the Planetary Society just closed a petition that received over 20,000 signatures. They'll soon share it with Congress. It's absolutely crucial for this momentum to be maintained by direct appeals to Congress. The Planetary Society has made it quick and easy to do this by including auto-generated emails, numbers to call, and scripts. You just need to enter your home address to trigger these. For helping both NASA and NSF, the American Astronomical Society has a call to action for scientists to contact Congress. This not only supports NSF and NASA, but also the Department of Energy Office of Science, which also funds astronomy research. Again, example phone and email scripts are provided and can easily be tailored for supporters who aren't scientists. Links to the Planetary Society and AAS calls to action are given below in the description. We have to stress there's a time crunch here. Time is quickly running out. To make a difference, advocacy with Congress needs to be made by the end of June. Without fear of exaggeration, what happens up to then may determine the fate of US astronomy for decades. For more information and motivation, visit the Planetary Society website. They've covered the impact of the proposed budget in detail, including writing about the billions of dollars that would be wasted and the mysteries that would remain unsolved if NASA is forced to abandon so many missions. Watch and share excellent videos by Neil deGrasse Tyson, Laura Forksick, and Fraser Cain. Read the op-ed by Casey Dreyer in the New York Times. Follow and share the great reporting at Ars Technica, Space News, Nature, Scientific American, and other news outlets about the budget. Extensive links are given below for all of these. Encourage your friends and family to advocate too. If you're outside the US, encourage people you know in the States to advocate. Above all, quick action is needed here. Will astronomers be able to solve the mystery of dark matter, find evidence for life beyond Earth, or achieve other amazing goals? It's impossible to say, but that uncertainty is part of what makes scientific research exciting. We do know that the chances of these advances happening will plummet if US astronomy collapses. The political challenge here is daunting, but if you act quickly and decisively, you can help make a difference. You can help save U.S. astronomy from the brink.